Hey everyone, it's Christine, and today I want to talk to you about the flaw with the law of attraction. Now, most of us understand that the law of attraction states that we draw into our lives what we focus on. So things we visualize, think about, affirm with our language, we tend to attract in our life, which is great. It's a powerful and empowering law. It really makes us aware that we're co-creators in the universe. So the flaw comes in not necessarily with the law of attraction, but our understanding of it. We think that just visualizing or thinking about something or affirming things is enough to really attract it in our life, but it's not. You may have dozens of vision boards and journals full of lists of what you'd like to create in your life and ideal scenes, and you may have affirmation post-it notes all over and using affirming language with your friends, and the things in your life are still not coming in and you're going, why? It's probably because your belief systems, a lot of which are subconscious, are in contradiction with what you really want. You see, our subconscious mind is 95 to 97% of our awareness and processing, which means, if you do the math, our conscious mind is only 3 to 5%. So what do you think has more weight and more effect on what we attract in our life? Our subconscious programming. How does this program get there? It gets there through our belief systems. How do our belief systems get formed? We form belief systems after certain critical events happened in our life. Usually most of our core belief systems are formed at a very, very young age based on what happens in our life. And so those belief systems that create our programming then become what we broadcast to the universe. And that's the place we attract from. So although vision boards and all those things are great, where we really are attracting from are those belief systems. So to be flawless in how we use the law of attraction, we really have to discover, unlock, and update those belief systems so they're really in alignment with what we really want. So today I have a 7-step process that will take you through just how to do that. Okay, so step 1 is the discovery process, where you set aside some time for yourself to really go within and use your inner wisdom to uncover what belief systems may be down there in that subconscious part of your mind. So we do have access to our subconscious mind. And so how you can access this is just think about something you really want, and then sort of go back in time in your mind and see if you can find any objections to why you can't have that. Right? What are the beliefs that are in contradiction? So let's say you really want to create a lot of financial abundance, and you kind of go back in time and discover that at a young age, because money was really hard to create in your family, you formed the belief system that making money is hard. Or if you saw one of your parents working really hard for money, you formed the belief system that making money is hard. Or if you saw people arguing about money, you might have formed the belief that having money is dangerous and causes suffering. Right? So you get the drift here. You want to find those beliefs that are in contradiction with what you really want. Okay? And then after you discover it, you move to step 2, which is you acknowledge it. And you're really honest. And you acknowledge, hey, I have this belief. Okay? Let's say that the belief you discovered is that I'm unlovable, right? What you really want is to create a great, amazing, loving relationship. So if you discover this belief, I'm unlovable, don't judge it, don't condemn it, don't be frustrated with yourself and go, oh, I thought I already worked on this. Just acknowledge it, okay? Then step 3 is to ask it for its higher purpose. You see, all of these beliefs, all of them really do have a high purpose. And the hint here is most of their high purposes have to deal with protecting us, right? Or our own survival. Okay? So let's go back to the belief about money. I have to work really, really hard for money. Okay, if we have that belief that I have to work really, really, really hard for money, then that's attached to our survival, right? That we have to keep working hard in order to have that money. So that highest intention of that belief is about survival. Or that belief of I'm unlovable. If we have that belief, then we block love from coming in. And if there's no love that's coming in, then we can't get quote unquote hurt again. Because usually that belief I'm unlovable got formed when we got hurt. Right? So protection, survival, those are all, high purposes of these beliefs, so they have served a purpose. So after you find its highest purpose, then step 4 is to thank it. Thank that belief for being there. Thank it for protecting you or helping you survive or, continuing to make you feel love in some way. It was doing the best it could. You were doing the best you could with that belief. So it's important to thank it. And number 5 is then bust it. So after you've acknowledged it and figured out its highest purpose and thanked it, now you bust it. And how you can bust it is you start to collect data of when that belief hasn't been true. Look at the times where, using the examples we're using, you haven't had to work that hard for money. Where abundance has been there. It can be something as simple as someone buying you a meal unexpectedly, right? Where you didn't have to work hard for that. Or with the belief I'm unlovable, look at all the people in your life who do love you and are there. And collect as much data as you can to start to bust that belief so you can start reprogramming your subconscious mind. Step 6 is to upgrade it. We upgrade our phones and our computer software all the time, but we don't upgrade our thoughts as often as we need to. So upgrade the belief by reframing it, right? Instead of believing I have to work really, really hard for money, how can you upgrade that? How can you reframe it? Like I get to do things I love and earn money. With the belief of I'm lovable, how can you upgrade that and reframe it? I am lovable. I do love. I have lots of love in my life, right? So think about how you're going to take this belief and shift it to something that really is in alignment with what you want. And then finally, this is the 7th step. You set an intention. So with our belief systems and reprogramming our subconscious mind, it does take practice. We consciously have to steer our thoughts in another direction so that we start to reprogram that subconscious mind of ours. So set an intention with yourself of really nurturing and reprogramming that upgraded belief. And really, really have integrity with yourself. When you set that intention with yourself, to think in a different way and to shift your thoughts, which will then shift your reactions and your programmed behavior, really, really keep your word with yourself. And if you get off course and you notice yourself dipping back into that old belief system, again, don't judge, don't condemn, gently bring yourself back to your upgraded belief. Okay? So those are the 7 steps. I'll review them. Discover, acknowledge it, ask it for its higher purpose, and then thank it, bust it, upgrade it, and then set your intention to keep reprogramming your subconscious mind. Okay? And one more thing about the law of attraction. Nothing is a magic wand. Even after we upgrade and update all these belief systems, divine timing still plays into effect. Our own spiritual curriculum still plays in effect. Part of being a human is the magical mystery of what will unfold. So we can do the best we can, and then we have to leave the rest to the universe. So remember that as you're co-creating in your life, make sure that your belief systems are in alignment with what you want, and then leave the rest to the universe. Many blessings.